Hello, everyone. We're here today for a webinar to talk about tubular sections on our CYPE Connect software. And we're here today with our engineer, Sonsoles, who's going to show us the software to us. Hello, Sonsoles.
Hi
How are you doing?
everyone. Fine, Douglas. How are you doing?
Doing fine. So today we have these new features of CYPE Connect that we want to show, and I believe we have to show a little bit of the whole workflow that we have in CYPE for steel connections, right?
Yeah, we should. So let's start by that. Let me share my screen. Can you
Okay.
confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. So let's start by showing everyone where can we find all the tools that we're going to be showing today. This would be if we Google BIMserver.center. Okay. The first link that comes up will let you register. It's as simple as using an email and clicking on here on register. You could easily register. And this is what Beam Server Center looks like. So Beam Server Center is like CYPE's cloud. Okay, it works as a social network, meaning that people who leave their projects visible for everyone can share their what they're doing as any other social network. But more specifically, I wanted to show you where to find all the apps that we're going to be using today. So when you go into Beam Server Center, here there's an icon that will take you to the store. This is where you will find all 166 apps that CYPE has developed. And so today's webinar is more specifically about structures. So you could easily find any app by using the groups that are already created. Like for example, we could click here in structural analysis and the store will show you every app related to structure analysis. So you could also create any of your own application list and for example, for this specific structure that we're going to be seeing today as hollow section structures, we could easily start our workflow in Portal Frame Generator. Uh, this is to design the purlins and generate wind loads for warehouse and steel structures mostly. Then we could take it, export it directly to Site 3D to complete the structure and generate any other loads that we need on our structure. And then we could decide whether to only analyze the connections in CYPE Connect, like take it to CYPE Connect and solve all the connections, or we could directly, as we're going to do, take it to StruBIM Steel to solve not only the connections, but also the detailing of the whole structure. So this is where you would download them. Okay, you can create your own application list, and if you click in any app, this would take you to the place where you can find the download button, and then you can see here you can click on website, and this will take you to the detailed information about any of the apps. So for example, StruBIM Steel, we can click here. We can also have learning resources, frequently asked questions, and technical support. But this is very complete information. So if you have any doubt about any of our software, you can click here and detail information in anyone. And this will show you all the detailed information. For example, for StruBIM Steel, there comes this image that clarifies the workflow. So not only we could have done that workflow that I just suggested, like going through from Portal Frame to generate the wind loads, then take it to Site 3D to complete it, and then take it to StruBIM Steel. But you could also end up in StruBIM Steel from any other of these workflows. For example, you could have an IFC and you could upload it through the using this other app called IFC Uploader, and you could also import an StruBIM file, okay, directly to StruBIM Steel. You could start, because SiteCAD also has steel structures, so we could either design it, model it in Site 3D or SiteCAD, and then end up in StruBIM Steel. So there are many ways, okay? All of them are shown here. So if there's any doubt about any workflow, please don't hesitate to ask on the chat, and we will be pleased to ask any questions, not only about the workflows. Please feel free to comment on the chat, and we'll be answering all the questions.
So to try to
So,
summarize, you were very clear, but many people they are new to SIPE. So if anyone wants to download, they go to BIMserver.center, right? There they
yes.
can find all the software that SIPE develops, and they're all interconnected, right? In this case
Yes.
today, we're gonna go with a steel structure that can start in Portal Frame Generator, then move
Mm-hmm.
to CYPE 3D for structural analysis, right? And then we
Exactly.
can move to CYPE Connect for the detailing, and then in
Mm-hmm.
StruBIM Steel, no, sorry, CYPE Connect for the connections analysis, and then we can
Yes.
move to StruBIM Steel for all the detailing and generation of the drawings or exportation for fabrication, right?
That's correct. Exactly. We could either
Okay.
take it to Connect or StruBIM Steel, because StruBIM Steel has Connect inside of it. We'll see it in a minute. So we could choose whether to, we are only going to analyze the connections, then to Connect, or if we're going to do both, detailing of the whole structure and analysis of the connection, then we could take it to StruBIM Steel. So
So
that's
people
correct.
might think, oh, you're talking about such different softwares, but they are all interconnected, and they get connected in the cloud in the BIM Server Center, where you can export your project, and then you can open with the other software, and then keep working.
That's correct. So we're going to see an example of that. We're going to show a structure inside 3D and model it inside 3D, and then we're going to send it to StruBIM Steel through BIMserver.center. So we're going to export the info to BIMserver.center and then create a new job in StruBIM Steel, and we're going to connect it to the same project and import the
Perfect.
information. So yes,
Just to
all of them.
emphasize
Mhm.
something that you said, the each software has its own web page with the detailed
Yes.
information, also many different videos for people to know how to learn how to use the software, and that's very useful for new users
Yes.
who want to understand better how to get hold of the software.
Perfect. So if they click here on website, StreamSteel, Steel, and they click on website, they will have access to both detailed information, frequently asked questions, and one of them is learning resources. So if we come here to learning resources, what you will find is quick guides, which are 5 to 6 minute long videos, which will talk about mostly other menus, like the tabs on the
Specific
support,
topics,
how
right?
to, yes, like all the tools from the, like, they're very short videos on learning how to use every tool, every menu, every tab, everything on the software. And then you can also find longer videos, which are videos, tutorials, and webinars here. This will probably be on here whenever it's finished. So, and you can find previous webinars that have been recorded and everything. You can filter through like language and that kind of videos. And you will be shown longer videos about like an hour long videos talking about more specific topics. For example, you can find the latest features, best practices on modeling, integrating BIM into technical design and manufacturing. So every other session that we have had and has been recorded will be shown here. So I recommend a lot using these learning resources as well
That's great
as.
for
Mhm.
new users. I think that's very, very helpful.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay,
Okay,
let's move to the workflow, right? We're going to start
yeah,
with SIPE 3D. We're going to open a
yes.
project and show there. Okay.
Okay, so this is the structure that I'm going to be using for example. Okay, if I make invisible some of the layers, we can better see how it has been created. This Site 3D is very easy to use. You can insert a model of bars and nodes. Okay, and it's a 3D environment, so you could start by creating the columns. These columns in this specific sample are actually going to be hollow, circular hollow sections. So just to show you and everyone where what kind of sections can we use inside 3D? We have all kinds of sections, okay? Rolled steel sections, built up sections with rolled steel plates, cold form steel. Specifically, since we're going to be talking about circular hollow sections, you can see here that we have both built-up sections with rolled steel or cold form steel circular hollow sections. So, um, do we have libraries of these kinds of sections? Yes, we do. Okay, if you click right here, you will find import predefined section series, and you will find all of the library that we have for these kinds of sections. And not to worry, anyone, if you want to create any library that's not already on the software, you can also do it by clicking here on New, and you could create your own library. So this is a
This
bigger
is a
software
common
than
topic.
just what?
This is a common topic, right? That it's editable and you can add elements to the library, both
Of
the connectors
course.
library here, the sections library, you can add elements.
Exactly. You can use any library that's already uploaded into the software, or you could create your own. You can see that we not only have steel bars, but we also have timber and aluminum. Okay, it's not the matter of this section, but we have them. Okay, and also, of course, circular hollow sections. So using all of those, I have created this structure so we could start by making visible more of the structure with the beams. Okay, we have also added the loads. And just like that, we could complete our structure. We'll complete it with bracings. Okay, we can add more bars and complete this structure. So I said that the work, like the environment is 3D, and it's true, okay, it's 3D, but it's also 2D. You can create your own windows, and not only 2D, but you could, yeah, you could make any plane, any window to see the structure in any angle, in any possible angle. So, also, of course, these bars get analyzed using any of these codes. If we click here for cold form steel, for example, you will find the US code, you will find Canada code, like you can take a look, and we have yeah, for of course Euro codes, United Kingdom, Germany codes, etc., etc. So when you click here on Analyze, what you will find is all the results. Okay, you can check the elements one by one. They will be shown in green if they are correct, like if they meet all they verified all the checks, and they will be shown in red if they don't. We can also get the ULS checks for the specific code that we have used to analyze the job, and you will find the justification of every check right here. This can
That's
be
something that I like to emphasize always, that our reports, they keep the equation so you can actually see what the software is doing. There is no black box, and engineers usually
next.
love it because it's much better to know what the software is doing. They can check if they like the analysis. And yeah, we are very proud of our analysis. That's why we have no fear of showing everything that we do.
hmm Yeah, it's a lot of help to see what the software is using, like all the numbers. You can get the checks, and of course you can show the forces over the bars, or you could here on the form shape we could see for any log case we can get display what the form shape is going to look like for. So there are a lot of tools and many ways to access the results right here. Okay. Also, Site3D, although we're going to move to solve the detailing of the whole structure and a lot more a lot more detail. Sorry, we could. I want to point out that Site3D also has its own drawings, so you could easily generate the drawings from the structure with just a click. Okay, it's just that for manufacturing, we need more detail
We need
than
further
this.
details, yeah, that we're gonna
Yes,
get in StruBIM Steel.
exactly. So that's what
And
we're going
also,
to
you can
do.
also generate connections inside 3D, right? It's
Oh
just that
yeah,
there are simpler connections, the typical connections, and in
exactly.
CypConnect you can generate any free-forming connection you want, right?
That's right. For both SiteCAD and Site3D, there's a specific library of connections that they solve automatically. And for any other connection that they don't solve, then we can export it to Site Connect or StruBIM Steel and solve any connection there. So let's do that. I don't know if you can see right here. This is my name. I'm already
Yeah, we
connected
can.
to BIMserver.center. Okay. This is very easy when you're not connected. Here shows to sign up on your account and sign in, sorry, in your account. And then by clicking here on BIMserver.center, we're going to use this link option to link this Site3D job to a project in BIMserver.center. So I have already created a BIMserver.center project, but you could create your own by clicking here on create new. I'm just going to click on select project because I already have one. I'm going to use that. So as you can see, we're right now signed into my account, and then we're by clicking on accept, we will be linked to this project in BIMserver.center. Does
So
this mean? Mhm.
to help people, we have started in Cyp 3D, and you are now connecting the project that you're doing now to the project you have in the BIM Server Center in the cloud, right?
Yes,
That's called
correct.
V4. That's called V4, and we're gonna keep
V4.
working on V4, not in Cyp Connect, but not in Cyp 3D, sorry, but in StruBIM Steel, right?
That's correct. Exactly. Yes. So this is just telling the software if we send the information where in the cloud it's going to be stored. So this will be stored right here. If we come to BIMserver.center in my projects, I have a project called V4. Okay. And this will be stored right here.
Okay, we can see it.
So Right now I have previously uploaded it, but we're gonna do it again just to show the workflow. If we click here on BIMserver.center, if we click on share, this is what the software will tell us. Export forces to design connections. This is very important. So not only the bars go like get exported, but also the forces, so we can then analyze the connections. Okay, and we'll see it in StruBIM Steel. So I'm right now connected to my BIMserver.center account to this project, and when I click here on share, this will be sent to this project. And we can move to StruBIM Steel to create a new job in StruBIM Steel, which we're going to connect to the same project. Okay, so by clicking here on new, we can create a new um, job in StruBIM Steel. As you can see, the first thing that pops up is actually whether we want to connect, we want to link this job, this new job that we're creating in StruBIM Steel, to a BIMserver.center project or not. So we're going to do it, and we're actually going to select the same project that we are have sent the info to, which is V4, and we're going to click accept, and this here we'll have the structure. So this is very important. This is the elements that are going to be imported. So as you can see, circular hollow sections that we used in the model are being imported. Also rolled eye simple sections, and the number of them that are going to be imported, and whether we want to import them, all of them or not. Okay, so this is a new feature in the software, and you can now import circular hollow sections. We're going to click accept and
Which
see
is which
what
is our topic today. We're gonna focus on
exactly,
that.
which is our topic today. So this is what has been imported. Okay, so we can see if we click right here, since it's an beam model, if I place the mouse over this column, it says its description says this a circular hollow section. Okay, and its length is 6 meters, sorry, and all of that. So that which was previously on Site 3D, okay, this is the model in Site 3D, is now converted to, sorry, being Server Center project. Okay, so do you, can you see, Douglas, here, right here, this icon?
Yes, I can. Connection,
Does it
right?
look familiar to you?
It's just like CYPE Connect, right?
Okay,
Just like the logo
so
of CYPE Connect.
exactly. This is what we were talking about. CYPE Connect is inside StruBIM Steel. Okay, so you can do both the detailing and solve the connections. Let's solve one
That's
to
something that
see.
confuses some of my clients, so I'd like to
Mhm.
talk about this. So we
Yes,
have StruBIM Steel for detailing, and we have CYPE Connect for designing the connections. If
yes.
you have the license for CYPE Connect, you can access it inside StruBIM Steel and then analyze it inside StruBIM Steel. But if you only buy StruBIM Steel, that's just for detailing, not for the connections also. That's a confusion that some of my clients have, that they think,
Okay.
okay, so then StruBIM Steel immediately has Cybe Connect integrated,
Mhm.
and these are two separate softwares that they work together, but
Okay.
they're two different licenses, right?
Yes, there are two different licenses. That's correct. You need to have both of them to be able to do it. I
To
was,
be able to use them together, yeah. You don't have
yeah,
to
what I
go
meant is
into
exactly.
Cybe Connect to work and then to StruBIM. You go to StruBIM Steel and keep working, and that's it.
Exactly, that's what I meant. Exactly. Yes, of course, you need a SciConnect license to analyze the connections here, but it looks just like SciConnect. The like connection icon right here looks just like a SciConnect. And if we access, actually, if we try to solve a connection, design it and analyze it here, you can do it only if you have CYPE Connect. That's correct.
Okay, perfect.
So by clicking on the bars that I want to make part of the connection, this is what it looks like. Although, well, I'll show you in a minute. Yes, what I wanted to show you is that now in these versions, you can actually add not only you can add, of course, circular hollow sections. So you can export the job from Site 3D, or you can start modeling right here. It's just that you're not going to have the loads, okay? But you could insert a bar right here and insert in StruBIM Steel bars. And for the detailing only, you
So you
actually
are
don't
going to
need.
get the loads if you bring it from Cype 3D, from a previous software that does the loads analysis.
Exactly. So to see that, because the loads are in the analysis step, we have to first design the connection. For that, I'm going to be using the library, connections library. This is my own library, okay? It's not that comes with the software. You can create your own library by designing your connections and export it to the library. So for example, just to show you, um, the kinds of connections that could be, although they're not all circular hollow sections, we have many, I have solved many, so I can use them in other jobs. This is very interesting because when you invest some time in creating the um, the connections, you want to have them for other jobs, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I
So these
exported
are
in
all
the
connections
previous.
that you have created and analyzed yourself.
Exactly. I have
Okay.
designed it with these tools, okay, these operations, and I have exported to the library. I will show you in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to bring it just to show you that you can use them. Like, it's not that you do it once and then you forget about them or you have to repeat them again and again. No, it's just a library that you create. And let me select all of them operations to show you how this one, particularly this one, has been solved. Okay, just very quickly. This is a very good way to learn the software, or in my opinion, it is, because we have many example jobs that come with both CYPE Connect and StruBIM Steel, okay, that you can upload. Let me show them right quick, because if you click on StruBIM Steel and CYPE Connect on File, you will find this example icon, and you will be able to upload any example job that come with the software. All of these connections that already come solved, you can export to your library and use them in your own job. So very interesting way to start to use these softwares are actually using the example jobs that come with them, and of course, to see how to solve or design a connection, you can use this option right here, which is unselect all and start, by seeing how they have actually designed it. So as you can see, we can add planes and plates, okay, over, uh, and then we can adjust the bars to the planes. We can create more plates. And this is new. This is a new feature. So welding elements to hollow, like circular hollow sections, is the new feature. So this weld is a new feature in the software. And we could start also welding the plates to the circular hollow section, as you can see, also a new feature. And just like that, we could start solving our connection. Okay, it's just welding, and now we're going to add some bolts. to actually connect the bar to the plate. And just like
It's
this, we can complete our,
inside Connect, you have many options, right? You can decide the type of welding, this type of the distances from the bolts. You can be
of
very
course,
precise inside Connect.
yes,
That's a great feature of the software. You can actually create almost any
anything.
type of connection. Yeah, anything you want.
Exactly. Since you design everything like the bolts, you could do it with the coordinates. You could use some
And as you're going to show,
assistance.
probably you can analyze it in finite elements so that
Yes,
you have a perfect analysis of what's happening to the connection.
exactly. So this is the model tab, but if we move to the analysis tab, now that is completely designed, we can see, and I want to show this because this is the one that we brought from Site 3D. So if we say that the bearing element is the column, we can see in the bars, they come with the loads, okay? This is possible because we analyzed the job in Site 3D, and so the bars are not only here in length and section, but they also come with their loads. So let's analyze to see what you were talking about the finite elements analysis.
Okay.
Okay, so we can now see every element displayed on colors, okay, by meaning like what is their ratio. And you can also get checks, okay, in some about like the bolts and the plates and everything, um, all their checks. And we can see the von Mises stress infinite element analysis right here. So this is very interesting. We can see what parts are suffering the most, where are the tensions actually um, placed, like where are the highest, and
Demanded
we
area.
can, yeah, we can use it also in that to circular hollow section. Of course, we can
And
see
like
the
in all of
tensions.
Cyp software, red shows you something that is under stress and or
Yes,
not compliant or whatever, and then you have a
yes.
green for the parts that are okay.
Yeah, in this case, blue is the lowest for the tension, and you can see the color bar right here. You can also change this color bar, okay, and display them in your colors bar. Yes, usually we use in all site software red for something that's not okay, and green for something that verifies all the checks. So we could see the tensions in the von Mises stress for every load case that is available that has come with that we have defined. Okay, and you could export, of course, the checks and everything as always to all of these formats. And we have designed the connection, we have analyzed it, and now because we're about also about the detailing of the structure, although this is detailing only of the connection, but let me show everyone right quick of the drawings that we could generate. We could generate a template for to complete the drawing and export it to the library. So once you work on it with these drawing elements, you can export to a library and use them in all of your jobs. But this is a very quick way. So if we click right here on 3D scene and insert predefined views, you will see how fast it is to create the drawings and very detailed drawings of this connection.
And besides
Besides,
And besides the connections, the drawings, we can
Yes.
also export it in directly to the manufacturing machines, right? In digital format.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, let's move. Let's see just a little bit about um the drawing because I'm going to show you more drawings, but I want to point everything that this has been automatically created by the software with all the dimensioning of the different elements. And I want to point out that this is not just CAD. This is BIM. Okay, so we can actually change the angle of view of the elements. We can actually make them colored or just vector images. We also have access to the information in them. So since it's a BIM model, this is not just a drawing. Okay, we can use this tool called tag, for example, to access all the information that element comes with. So in this case, this column or this part of the connection comes with all these variables. So it knows what kind of section it is. It knows its thickness. It knows what kind of material, what kind of steel has been used, and we can actually use that information to complete the drawings.
These are
So
amazing features that many of my customers love, that they can move around the connection, they can change the view, and they can also like create sections in the connection to show a specific part, that cut it in half or whatever they need to
exactly,
do to show very in lots of details what they want to be done, and to ensure that the manufacturing is correct. That's very, very
exactly.
useful.
Yes,
Very useful.
this allows you to create very, very detailed drawings. And about your question, yes, remember what we were doing. We imported the job from Site 3D. This is what it came, and we have actually stopped them for a minute to solve this connection. Let me show you what this structure could look like in when completed. Okay. So I have imported the same exact Site 3D structure. Let me show you because I have created tags for the elements, and this works just like I will say it just like layers. Okay, this can be
Okay.
used as layers to create very different views of the same structure to get as detailed with the detailing as possible. So for example, I have completed the model by adding all of the rest of the connections. Okay, so we can see right here are the base plates. Then the columns came with Site 3D, is the same structure that we just saw, but just to see how detailed you can get. And actually, this is maybe this could be the way they actually build this structure. So. Uh, we can now add the beams, the main beams from the first floor. And actually, you can now see that I have solved more sections. Okay, not just the one that we saw. We can add, we can now create any connection with hollow sections, as you can see, circular hollow sections. We will take a minute to see those in just a moment. Let me complete the structure, and we can also add the main beams from the second floor, and again add the connections. Then moving to adding more secondary beams. These are not circular hollow, excuse me, but this is also interesting to complete a model. Maybe we are not going to be using only circular hollow sections. So this is an example of what this could look like. Then the bracing, okay, and the connections of the bracing, which let's take a look at them. Let me complete the structure. So this is what a complete structure could look like. Okay, let's
So as
take
you
a look
said,
at
by
some.
layers, you can keep showing each one of the layers that you have for this structure that you're creating. That's very useful.
Yes, it's a way of showing how this would actually be built, or the layers that you create, which are called tags, can be then used for the drawings, to do it, to make drawings all specifically by tags and everything. So let's take a look at this base plate for example, because this base plate actually um, contains some of the new features related to circular hollow sections, which are actually, let me unselect them all to show you. This circular plate, okay, can now be created. As you can see, it's circular, and you just say the diameter, and this is as simple as that to create the circular plate. Then to add the anchors, we have new features such as generated polygonal, so you don't need to spend time knowing what coordinates circular um, it, to place the ball circularly. Okay, you can now use this tool called generate polygonal, and name the number of balls that you need, and place them in radius. So you just define the radius, and they get placed radially or circularly. So those are some of the new features. Also, new feature, the welding of circular hollow sections to both base plates or plates and other bars. Okay, so this is very, and also uh, um, this differs stiffeners get placed readily if you use this tool position in the number of stiffeners. You can say, for example, we have now 12. We can reduce them by 5 and say what the initial angle, and they will be placed around the circular section. Let's leave
Perfect.
it with 12. Okay, let's take a look at other kinds of connections that could be that could involve circular hollow sections. For example, this one. Okay, uh, let's and select all. So this is one main bar that is actually has these two other bars that are welded to it. So one crossed bar and two ones that could be easily now adjusted to the main one using the new features called adjust one circular hollow section to another, and you can use this same operation to weld in one operation. You can adjust it and weld it to now a circular hollow section. Then to create the plates, we've used some planes, okay, and to cut the plates, we have cut the plates, okay, to the using the planes, and of course we have welded them with the sections. Let's Okay, so by using very simple operations like adjusting bar plates and cutting um, and trim the plate and adjusting plates to everything, we can actually solve this connection. Also involving circular hollow sections, we have these have created this other connection. Okay. using same exact adjusting the bar to this plate and welding it in the same. Of course, the plate is now can now be circular, okay, and by using some of these simple operations, we can create a connection such as this. And just to because of course the main goal of StruBIM Steel is the detailing of the steel structure, right, Douglas? So where is that? Where are the drawings? If moving to documents, we can access. Of course, the software divides everything by parts, everything that you tell them, and this is, hold on, this is important. Every weld and bolt that you use in while designing a connection can be told to either be done on site, okay, or done in a workshop, okay, that is actually defined right here. Let me see, this is V2 adjusting to plate 3, that's correct. And then the welds can either be done, this is icon will mean that it's done on site, sorry, in a workshop, okay, or done on site with the flag, okay. And if you tell the software that this is done on site, then they come apart, like they are not an assembly, they're parts, different parts. If you when they're actually defining the welds, you say they are done um, in the workshop, then they can form an assembly such as this. So if we again access documents, you see we have parts, assemblies, and joints, okay? Joints meaning the connections. So you can create detailing drawings such as this. So if, for example, all the bars that I showed you from uh, the bracing, okay, the lateral bracing needed specific cuts, okay, so you can create drawings to actually detail that they need that cut. Then you can do the drawing of the connection, okay, like showing every plate. You can see different views of the connection, and then you can actually also create a drawing of the assembly, okay, meaning like the three bars and all of their connection. For example, we can say use this tag and say, okay, this is going to be connection type, I think it's 28, and we click accept. Okay, so you like that can actually create drawings from all of the model, the parts and the assemblies and the connections, and then you can use this tool called link to create a drawing of all of them. Let me explain. If I link this, for example, this assembly drawing right here, and also this part drawing in the same drawing. Also, this was part of it, and also the connection. So what we have just done is create a drawing out of other drawings that were already done in the, okay. And if you change anything, for example, let's change the color, like this is right now only black and white. If
There.
we go to that drawing and make any changes, for example, this assembly drawing, which is connected now linked, if we edit it and say, for example, we don't want it in black and white, we want it normal, and we change it. Then, since the structure, like the drawing that I have created is connected to that other drawing, it changes automatically without the need of now changing it here. Okay, so you can get very specific with this. And I just remember that you asked me a question previously. I'm sorry I didn't answer then. Let me answer now. How can we export, like in which formats can we export this to manufacturing, actually manufacturing formats? If you click right here on export, you will find DSTV, STEP, and IFC EM11 format. Okay, these are all manufacturing
Formats
formats that, yeah,
that
the
you can export.
machines
Yeah, that's
read.
great.
Yeah.
Getting back to the drawings, just to emphasize something that I think is evident, but just to emphasize, if you make any
Yes.
changes, let's say in the loads, let's say in Slive 3D, and you upload it to the project, and then you can go back to StruBIM
Yes.
Steel, redesign the connection, and it's going to be automatically changed in the drawings, right? So
Yes.
these are all
Mhm.
changes that can be interconnected, and you do not have to go and change one by one. That's a great feature for every engineer.
That's
And
right.
it's a great feature to have them all connected, right? You're not just using here
Mhm.
a software for connections, you're using a software for detailing, a software for connection analysis, and it is also interconnected with the structural analysis. That's very, very useful.
Yes.
What
Yes,
has
it
happened
is.
to some of my clients, I'm going to share my experience at least. They have been able with SYPE 3D, SYPE, StruBIM Steel, etc., to bring to their companies, small engineering companies, this new feature of doing all the uh, detailing and the structural analysis for steel in-house, doing it in their own company instead of outsourcing it to other companies.
Mhm.
That's very, very interesting for many engineers, and it's a new income source for some of them.
Yes. Okay,
Have we
so
seen? So I believe we have seen most of the features that we have now in StruBIM Steel regarding tubular sections, right? Is there anything
yes.
else that is missing that you want to show us?
I don't think so. Like I think we just, right now I have changed Windows. Okay, I'm opening CYPE Connect. This was not part of the structure. This is another connection that I have in CYPE Connect, just to show some of the new features that I might not have mentioned. The only one that I believe I haven't shown just yet is the adjustment of one. Well, we saw it in the bracing, but just to like summarize all the new features for circular hollow section, this connection will summarize it, I think, very well.
Okay.
So by creating a plane, we can create a circular plate attached to it. Actually, not one, but we could say that it's in both faces. Okay. Then we could adjust the horizontal bars, now welding these circular sections to the plates. And now we can actually also weld circular hollow sections to other bars, like this weld that we just activated. And just like that, we come to the bolts, all the adjustments, okay, of every section to the other bars. And to end, just say again that the bolts have a new feature, uh, and that can be created, easily created, with these two generate polygonal. You decide the number, and if you say, for example, 8 in circular, they will be created 8. Right now, you can see that I chose a different radius and they get created circularly or using a radius. So I think those are the new features. Can you think of anything
Okay,
else?
that's a great example. No, I can't think of anything else. I think we've shown mostly the whole workflow and also the features of StruBIM Steel for circular connections, circular sections, and I think everybody's going to be very excited with these news, with these features, and I hope people go to BIMserver.center and download the software and test it for themselves because they have 10 non-consecutive days to test it, 10 working days, which means if you test it on Monday and Tuesday and not on Wednesday and Thursday, and then you go back again on Friday, you have only 3 days used. And that's very useful. You can extend that for a long period of time, maybe a month, and you can test the software for yourself. Just go to BIMserver.center, download the software as Sonsolis is showing here. You can download Portal Frame Generator, CYPE 3D, CYPE Connect, StruBIM Steel, and test them all. So that would be great if you want to do that. And I think we're done. Sonsoles, thank
Okay,
you
thank you.
very, very much. Your explanation was amazing, very detailed, and I hope people have enjoyed it and they take a lot of value out of it.
Well, thank you. See you on another session. Bye
I hope to
bye.
see you in another session again. Goodbye to everybody.
Bye bye.